It's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Antony.
Today is May 5th, and we're on pages 14 and 15 in our magazine. It's the book club, and today our story is Where the Forest Meets the Stars.
没错，今天又到了我们好书俱乐部的单元了。我们今天要跟各位介绍的好书呢，名字叫做《来自星星的奇迹》。那在这里的话，我们看到它的英文 title 是 Where the Forest Meets the Stars。好，在这里的话，我们常常会看到什么 Where the Sea Meets the Sky， 或类似像这样的这种说法哦。所以这个 title 这个标题其实本身在很多地方都可以看得到类似的结构哦。
That's right. We want to talk about two things, and we can kind of close our eyes and think the forest, and we might think it's quiet. Maybe you hear bird sounds. Maybe it's very natural and beautiful. Then we think the stars, and it's very romantic, or maybe you think outer space. And we take these two ideas and we, boom, push them together. And now we have this new idea. And that's why in English we'll say where A meets B. When I was a little boy, there was a commercial where peanut butter meets chocolate. Reese's peanut butter cups. So with chocolate and peanut butter. Boom. So these two different kind of flavors come together for the first time.
Wow.
E.T., the movie E.T. right?
没错没错。所以在这里的话，老师就提到说，很多这种句型，或者他小时候吃的这个花生配上巧克力，嘣，变成花生巧克力之类的。
Where A meets B, and that's what we're talking about today. Let's jump right in after we hear our story, and we'll see you in just a minute.
Where the Forest Meets the Stars. Where the Forest Meets the Stars is a magical novel about a mysterious situation. Joanna Teal, or Jo, is a bird expert. She has recently lost her mother and is also battling breast cancer. Jo researches birds in the forest at night and seldom talks to other people. One night, a young girl shows up at her door. The girl is barefoot and covered in bruises. She claims to be an alien named Ursa and will only return home after she witnesses 5 miracles. Jo takes in Ursa with the help of her neighbor Gabe, who also has difficulties in his own life. Jo and Gabe try in vain to find Ursa's real parents. Oddly enough, many good things happen to Jo after she meets Ursa. Also, while taking care of Ursa, Jo and Gabe start to develop romantic feelings for each other. They become like a family, bonding through their shared pain. Ursa teaches them how to love and trust again. But will she return to the stars in the end?
All right, friends, let's look at our subtitle today, A Tale of Pain, Mystery, Love, and Trust.
Yeah, 我们看一下这个副标题哦。副标题它里面他说 a tale of 要有4样东西 pain, mystery, love, and trust 关于痛苦、谜团、爱与信任。有的时候你会看到很多的那个故事，他们讲说这是一个有关爱与冒险的故事，或是勇气与冒险的故事。像大概是这样，他会告诉你主要的一些元素在里面。
And we have a tale, that means a story, and these are 4 uncountable nouns. All right, paragraph 1, Where the Forest Meets the Stars is a magical novel about a mysterious situation.
好，我们来看第一段的第一句话，他这边讲到说 Where the forest meets the stars. 它这边是斜体字，你就知道说哦，这是在讲书名。这一本书呢 is a magical novel. 它是一个充满神秘情况的一种奇幻小说 about a mysterious situation. 它这边提到的 mysterious 意思就是神秘的。那我们刚刚前面不是看到这个副标题里面 mystery， 对不对？
Right.
没错，在这里的话 mystery 它是名词，如果要变成形容词的话，就是在我们第一句里面看到的 mysterious， 它重音会变到后面 mysterious， 在这边的话它就是指这种神秘的情况。
Now we have the word magical, and of course we know that's our adjective. Pick up your pencil. The G is a J. 不是 magical, it's magical, like the letter J.
没错。
Our next sentence says, Joanna Teal, or Jo, is a bird expert. She has recently lost her mother and is also battling breast cancer.
好，我们来看第二句话，他说 Joanna Teal or Joe， 好，我们讲到这个主角了 ，is a bird expert， 是他鸟类的专家。She has recently lost her mother， 好，最近才丧母。And is also battling breast cancer， 然后最近自己也在跟乳癌在奋战中。
Okay, let's look at the word recently. And if you come into my classroom and you hear the word recently, I always tell my students, what do we write? And they all say, lately. I like my students to think about these words, recently, lately, recently, lately. But we can't use lately here. Lately is inaccurate here. She has lately lost her mother. That's wrong. That means like ni mama不见了. This means in this sentence, her mother died. And it's really sad. And so lately is not correct here. Write lately and cross it out.
在很多情况下 lately 跟 recently 虽然可以这样互相的交换的使用，但在这个地方的话，用 recently 会是比较好的，然后 lately 的话是不要用。
That's right. Now, when we say battling, traditionally, usually we say fighting, but recently or lately, we started to use this word battle because it feels stronger than fighting, and nobody wants to get breast cancer, and nobody really wants to die from something like this. So we use this stronger word, battle, instead of fighting.
所以这边的话呢，跟癌症奋战，以往的话可以用 fighting， 但是现在的话可以用更强烈的字汇 battling 来表达说我要去跟他奋战，然后能够战胜他。这样的话听起来的话，感觉是比较有生命力的字汇。
Joe researches or studies birds in the forest at night and seldom talks to other people.
好，再来我们看第三句话说 Joe researches birds， 好 research 这个字可以当动词来使用，在这边这个地方直接接 birds 就可以了。好，他会研究鸟类 in the forest， 在森林里头研究鸟类 at night， 晚上的时候。And seldom talks to other people， 很少跟人家交谈，所以在这里的话，我们知道说，他的个性上面好像比较没有那么喜欢跟人打交道。
Now, the word forest is a very common word, but there's also another more colloquial or 比较口语 way to say forest, and that is the woods. W-O-O-D-S. You know the word 木头, that's wood, it's uncountable. But we can also say the woods as opposed to forest. Maybe you know Winnie the Pooh. He lived in the 1,000-acre woods, I think. They didn't call it the forest in his books, right?
OK. 所以在这里的话，你可能听过这个小熊维尼，对不对？那在这里的话，他们就说他是住在森林里头，他是用 woods in the woods 来表达，他不会用 in the forest。但 forest 是比较正式的词汇。那平常我们口语在讲的时候，可以使用 the woods。wood 加上 s 用复数来表达森林
And it always has an s. The forest is uncountable. The woods is always plural. So is there a regular way just to say like a lot of trees? An orchard. An orchard. There we go. Orchard. Yeah, I just 我这突然想到 Okay, 不可数 forest. 总是是复数是 the woods. And then like if you have like you're a farmer and you plant lots of trees, that's an orchard. O-R-C-H-A-R-D.It sounds like the name Richard.
Yeah, 没错。好，这是果园的意思。
All right, let's get ready for our next paragraph. All right, let's continue here. One night, a young girl shows up at her door. The girl is barefoot and covered in bruises.
好，我们来看第二段这个地方，他这边讲到说 ，one night 有一天晚上呢。A young girl shows up at her door， 那就是她突然有一个这个年轻的这个少女呢，突然出现在她门前。The girl is barefoot， 好，这是指她光着脚丫 ，and covered in bruises， 意思是身上到处都是淤青的这种感觉。
Be careful of the word barefoot. We can't say bare feet. And the word B-A-R-E is an adjective, but it's also a very formal verb. It means to show. So you can bare your heart. Bare 事实上的意思是你没有穿衣服, right? So when you take a shower, you are bare or naked, N-A-K-E-D. Really here, barefoot means to show. So you can bare your heart. So if you want to tell someone, oh, I love you very much, you show them your heart. You need to kind of admit this and say this, and that's hard. Think no one wants to be naked in public, right? You feel very embarrassed. So you bare your heart, you show your true feelings. Barefoot means no clothes on your feet.
没错，所以在这边的话，老师特别解释一下 B-A-R-E bare 这个字可以当形容词，指的是光溜溜的。老师还提到另外一个字 naked， 好，就是指赤裸裸的。当然 bare 这个字也可以当动词来使用，会变成是 bare your heart， 意思就是指说敞开心胸跟你讲他心里的话。
She claims to be an alien named Ursa and will only return home after she witnesses 5 miracles.
好，再来我们看下一句话，她说 She claims to be an alien。然后这个女生呢，这个少女自称说她是这个外星人 named Ursa， 她的名字叫 Ursa。然后 and will only return home after she witnesses 5 miracles。她必须得要看到亲眼见证到5个奇迹的发生呢，她才有办法回到她原来的星球。
When we claim something to be true, that usually means we say it, but we don't have evidence. 你没有证明. So, for example, if you call the news station and you tell them, for example, I told you guys many years ago, I saw a UFO in Taipei. I am not joking. I am 100% serious. And I know most people don't believe me because I don't have evidence. This was a long time ago where you don't have an iPhone, right?
Right.
So people, they say, yeah, I know you claim to see a UFO, but did you really? Yes, I did, but I don't have evidence. So
yeah.
Laugh at me, everyone. It's okay, I don't care.
所以在这里的话 claim 就是指宣称，但就是往往伴随着背后没有讲东西，是他没有证据。就像老师刚刚提到说，他呢有看过这个台北有看过幽浮，但是没有人相信我啊，我就相信他。但是我们都没有证据啊 ，we don't have evidence。好，没有证据的话，这只能说宣称说我看过幽浮。
You claim something. I can't tell you the proof. You just have to believe me, which I understand why people don't. Let's go. Joe takes in Ursa with the help of her neighbor Gabe, who also has difficulties in his own life.
Yeah, 接下来我们来看下一句话哦。他说 Joe takes in Ursa， 然后就收留了这个自称是外星人的 Ursa 这个年轻少女 with the help of her neighbor Gabe， 还有在她邻居 Gabe 的帮助之下一起收留了她 who also has difficulties in his own life。然后在这边的话，这个 who 指的是 Gabe， 他的邻居 Gabe 呢，他自己本身的生活里头也有非常非常多各式各样的挑战跟问题。
Now, difficulties here means trouble, T-R-O-U-B-L-E. But we need to have this plural. We wouldn't say Gabe who has a difficulty. That's wrong. You would have to have a few problems, so this is an S. Also, trouble here, usually uncountable, should be plural here. So Gabe, who also has troubles in his own life, 怎么样? So difficulties, troubles, or problems are all 3 good words here.
没错，老师刚刚就特别提到一个重点哦，就是 trouble 这个字一般来讲是不可数的名词， stay out of trouble, I'm in trouble， 对不对？好，这种是不可数的。但如果说是一个一个的麻烦事，你讲的是事情是可数的时候，它才会变成可数。所以在这个地方，它讲的是生活中各个大大小小的问题，所以你用 difficulties, troubles 或者是 problems 都是非常好的字汇哦。
Our last sentence, Joe and Gabe try in vain to find Ursa's real parents.
好，最后这边这句话说 Joe and Gabe try in vain. 好 in vain 就是徒劳无功的感觉 to find Ursa's real parents. 他说你是外星人，不行，我们第2天打电话去找你的爸妈，好去警察局去问一下等等，但最后忙了半天，徒劳无功。
And just like Anthony said, in vain means you're not going to be successful. So in vain means you try, but you are not successful. The word vain, V-A-I-N, is actually Latin for the word empty. So just there's nothing there. So if you're a person that really loves to take pictures or you only care how beautiful you are, this means you are empty. You only look at unimportant things. People will call you vain.
哦，原来如此，所以这个 vain 这个字它本身的字根的意思是 empty 没有的、虚无的、空的，所以这个字 vain 有的时候你会看到它跟着有另外一个字有关 vanity， vanity 就是那种虚荣，好，就是感觉 empty 的那种感觉，所以你知道说 in vain 就是到了最后什么也没有。
Okay, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we got paragraph 3.Hey, welcome back to Enjoy English School. Let's begin paragraph 3. And before we start, I wanted to ask you a question, everybody. So, in our book today, our character Ursa says she will only return home after she witnesses 5 miracles. And miracles is a very strong word. Some are very big, and there are little everyday miracles. And we wanted to ask you,Have you ever experienced a miracle in your own life? Is it a big one? Is it a little one? Why do you think it's a miracle? Tell us down in these comments here. So after the video, type down below. Tell us the miracle that you have experienced in your own life. And then tomorrow, I have one. I don't know if
I have one.
Okay, we'll share ours tomorrow.
所以呢，老师刚刚就提到说，我们刚刚前面有提到说，他要见证五个奇迹的话，他才能回到原本的星球嘛。老师刚刚就问到说，那要是你的话，你在你的生命里面到底有没有见证过奇迹呢？大的、小的都可以哦。好，欢迎在这个留言区下面留言，让我们知道一下。那我们今天提出这个问题，明天我们在聊到这个主题的时候，我跟这个 Chris 老师两个人都会各自讲到彼此之间生活中碰到的这个奇迹，跟大家分享。我们一起来分享一下彼此生命中的奇迹。
Now, I think the names in our book are pretty special today. A lot of them are quite interesting. So our little girl's name is Ursa, and that's Latin for bear. And if you look in the sky, there are 2 big constellations, Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. And I feel like the stars, Ursa, bear, there's a connection there, right? Then we have Gabe, and that's short for Gabriel.If your name ends in A-L or E-L, Gabriel, Michael, these are all angel names, A-N-G-E-L. And where do angels live? In the sky. Then we have Joe. Joe is actually short for Joanna, and that is Greek for God is gracious. And where does God live? In the sky. So,There's all these little names kind of hinting about heaven and the stars for us.
所以在这边的话，老师就特别提到说啊，其实他在这边帮这个主角取名字的时候，其实都跟天上的星座有关系哦。比方说 Ursa 这个外星少女呢，她这个星座就跟大熊、小熊星座有关系。好，它本身这个 Ursa 就是熊的意思。那如果我们看到说 Gabriel 就是 Gabe， 好，就是我们看到这个邻居嘛，它的 Gabriel 这个 L 这个声音呢，还有像 Michael 这些东西都是天使的名字 ，Angels， 所以他们都住在天上。那如果说今天看到 Joe， 我们这个女主角 Joanna， 她其实名字是这个意思是 God is gracious.
That's right.
那到底那神住在哪里呢？住在天上，所有的东西都通往他这边所提到说在天上的故事。这样。
All right, let's continue here. Oddly enough, many good things happen to Joe after she meets Ursa.
Okay.再来我们看最后一段 Oddly enough 说来也很有趣很奇妙好 Many good things happen to Joe after she meets Ursa 在 Ursa 来了之后在他们相遇之后很多很多的好事呢都发生在我们的女主角 Joe 身上了
Also, while taking care of Ursa, Joe and Gabe start to develop romantic feelings for each other. They start to like each other.
所以在这边你看 Also不仅如此哦 While taking care of Ursa 好，当他们两个人好 Gabe 跟 Joe 两个人在一起照顾这个外星女孩的时候呢 Joe and Gabe start to develop romantic feelings for each other 好，他们慢慢彼此之间也有一些爱苗在滋长了然后慢慢喜欢对方
They become like a family, bonding through their shared pain.
OK, 他就说 They become like a family 他们就像变成一家人一样Bonding through their shared pain 有的他们共同的痛苦因为这样的痛苦呢彼此之间呢更加的紧密
And let's continue. Ursa teaches them how to love and trust again, but will she return to the stars in the end?
好，最后他就说了 Ursa 好，就是这个外星少女 teaches them how to love and trust again 慢慢的引导他们两个人 Joe 跟 Gabe 慢慢的重新学会爱学会信任但是 But will she return to the stars in the end? 但是 Ursa 最后到底能不能够回到她原本的星球呢？
The idea of this story reminds me a little bit of The Little Prince. The Little Prince needs to take care of, he needs a goat to eat the trees.
That's right.
And then he wants to go back to the stars to take care of his rose on his own little planet.I thought it just reminded me of The Little Prince.
就是老师提到的这个小王子圣埃修伯里他所写的脍炙人口的一本书哦。如果各位有兴趣的话，可以去看一看小王子的故事，你会发现到这期间好像有一点共通性存在。
All right, well with that, let's get ready for our vocab review. All right, it's time for our vocab review, and let's take a look. Our first word is magical. That's an adjective.Magical 就是那种魔幻的、奇妙的、奇幻的。 Number 2, we have a verb to research something.
To research something 指的就是去研究某个事物。
Number 3, we have an adjective or an adverb, barefoot.
Barefoot 就是光脚的。
And number 4, to claim to verb or to claim something.
To claim something 或者 claim to do something 就是指宣称做了什么事情，但是没有证据。
Number 5, to take in somebody.
To take in somebody 就是指收留了某人。
And our next one is in vain.
In vain 就是忙了半天，徒劳无功。
That's right, you're unsuccessful. And vain, that word means empty. Number 7, oddly enough, comma, subject verb.Oddly
enough 这种说法就是很奇妙的事情是很神奇的地方是怎样
Yeah, you could just say strangely. And number 8, to bond something or somebody to something.
To bond somebody or bond something to something. 这个 bond 这个字本来的意思就是指结合、连结。如果说用到这个字 bond through 好，后面接某个事物的话，就是因为后面这个东西而产生更紧密的连结哦。
And that's exactly right. We say to bonding through their shared pain in our story. All right, that's it for today. But remember, we want to hear about your miracle in your life, be it a big miracle. Maybe it's a small miracle. Tell us in the comments. We're going to share ours tomorrow. And for Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.